Hopefully everyone is having a good day and has had a good trading week. All right, before we get into the show, I really do want to thank all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. All right, with that said, let's go over the market. All three market indices down today. I do have the SPY, the spiders, as you will, on the screen right here, as you can see. So we did have a bad day today, right, guys? It was really unfortunate. Amazon, Apple had decent earnings, but it didn't matter. The market wanted to sell, and that's what the market did. And a lot of the names, a lot of the stocks, trade in sympathy with the S&P, even if they're not in that name. Okay, so again, it's tough to fight the tape if you are long certain stocks, and the major indices are down. There's a high probability that you're down. And that's why you need that tailwind when the market's up to have that. So you need to know when we're in an uptrend and a downtrend, and that's why it's important, and that's why I have the SPY on the screen. All right, guys. So as you remember from yesterday, I did say we made that high of 358. We came down on 923, 924. We made that low. We bounced up, made a lower high, and now we're retesting those lows from 924, 925. All right, guys. So again, next week, watch this level very carefully. Monday, Tuesday of next week. If we start getting below those levels, we're going to have to target this 200-day moving average right here. I have a pretty strong suspicion if we get down to that 200-day moving average right around 312, 313, you'll see a lot of support and a bounce. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to bounce here and then go straight up and retest that 358 and go higher. No, I'm not saying that. But what we will see is a bounce and then maybe start testing that 10-day, the 50-day, and just then you have to kind of play it by ear, guys. So be very careful. We'll definitely see a bounce because all those technicians will come in at that 200-day. But again, it does not mean that we're going straight up and making new highs necessarily. All right, guys. And then on the flip side, if we start getting way below that 200-day moving average and you see a big red spike below that 200-day moving average, watch out. This market's going to want to go lower. Okay, so we're going to watch those key levels next week. We're going to play the spiders. We're going to look at it, I should say, as every day to see where these levels are, and so we can see where we want to and may take positions in other names. Okay, that is the SPY. All right, let's go over the three stocks that I did mention yesterday as potential buys. Again, none of them were buys. They'd be buys if you got long after that first 30-minute candle. As you know, my MO is wait for that first 30-minute candle, and then if it takes it out on the upside, go long. All right. None of these actually fit that criteria. First one was AVXL. Here we go. If you remember from yesterday, it had that data from 2 or 3 weeks ago. It gapped up and it's had a beautiful run, almost going parabolic here the last 2 or 3 weeks. If you remember what I said in the name, very little inventory above us. That means there's going to be very little selling pressure. So again, only down 8 cents on a market like this. That's a great sign that we're going to go higher once the market turns a little bit. Okay, guys, put this on your list again. Watch this, buy it on a pullback. As you can see, that 10-day moving average has held very, very nicely for the last, I'd say, 15, 20 trading days. So I don't see that changing at all. See if it stabilizes here. Wait for that 10 to move up a little bit. Take a position. This is going to be making a new 52-week high soon. Okay, that's AVXL. Second stock that we talked about, SBE. I brought up SBE. Again, I don't know anything about SBE, Switchback Energy. All I know is on the chart, it looked compelling. It had a massive run all the way from, 10 bucks all the way to 17. Here's that pullback. If you are waiting to take a position, this is the time to take a position if you're interested in the name, right, guys? Here we go. We've tested that 50-day moving average. This is that yellow line right here. It bounced here a few times, this today being the third time. Really, really impressed that there were buyers coming in on such a horrible market day. Close above that 50-day moving average. So if you like the name, interested about, let's say hypothetically you sold it and now regret selling the name, this is probably a good risk-reward ratio when to buy the stock. Okay, so again, on Monday, be a buyer above that first 30-minute candle. If you do and you get long, use this 50-day moving average as your stop limit. Closes below that, you cut the cord, you're out. Okay, that is SBE. A third stock that we had talked about had a really, really bad day, down over 10%, close to 11%, was WKHS. So if you remember from yesterday's show, I did say I did like it. We were right here at that point of control. It was there, on Wednesday, held that. Thursday, held it again. So again, it was only natural to think that if you could get long above that first 30-minute candle, it'd be a good time to buy. But unfortunately, I guess it didn't go above that first 30-minute candle, so it was a no play and no buy. But what now if you're in it? I'm not in it. What to expect? It looks like we're in no man land right here. It could go all the way down to this 200-day moving average. It'll probably chop around. I don't think it's going to go all the way down to this 200-day moving average in a straight shot right here. Remember, this is a dynamic chart, dynamic moving average, so this is going to continue to go up as time goes out. So this may just bounce around here for 1, 2, 3 weeks, who knows how long, and then let that 200-day moving average move up. Let that 10 SMA right here start coming back down. That 50 starts to curl around. Let's get back over those moving averages, and that's when you want to take a position. Okay, guys? Right now, I would not be in WKHS. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Friday afternoon. My name is Eric, and you can reach me at eric@valueareatrader.com. That's Eric with a C at valueareatrader.com. Or you could go ahead and just leave a comment down below on the YouTube. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me again. Remember to, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. I think you'll gain a lot of valuable information from the technical analysis that I provide. And on Sundays, I do release. That's another reason why to subscribe, because on Sunday I do release 3 to 4 stocks that look technically promising going into the next week, and you could probably make a little bit of money, and we will then see how they fared on that following Friday. All right, everyone, have a great evening, have a great weekend, and remember to trade smart and be safe.